Excuse me, are you in pain?
No, I'm not in pain. I'm in Spain.
Hey guys, continuing with my moving abroad series, I wanted to briefly talk about the visa process and what some of those are like. I see a lot of videos where it's like, oh, so easy, just get a student visa, you know, you can get it so easily. Well, you can kind of get it easily, but there's definitely a lot of regulations, especially depending on what country you get it from. So firstly, the most popular one most people get nowadays is the digital nomad visa, which is super popular because everyone's like, oh, I work remote, I can get it easy. Well, no, especially in Spain, there's a lot of requirements that you need to get the digital nomad visa. If you work for a company, you need their approval saying you work remotely, you can work from anywhere. There's also tax implications for them, so they might not want to do that. If you have your own company, you have to show multiple years of income at a certain income level to qualify for it. Then you also have to get private health insurance here. You have to go through a criminal background check. You have to then open a bank account, and you have to pay taxes here. One thing in Spain a lot of people don't talk about is taxes are every 3 months, so 4 times a year. I feel like I can barely keep up with my once a year in the US, so the fact that you have to do 4 year here plus your US taxes, there's a big difference, and you pay the tax difference. So if you pay more taxes in the US, you'll pay them what you have to pay here and pay US taxes, so there's also double taxes you're paying. And it's just something that nobody talks about and you don't really learn until you're here, and it's definitely a big thing. Next is like the investment or golden visa, which actually just went away, but you could buy property and get visas that way. The student visa, there's definitely still a lot more requirements for that. You have to show income as well, private health insurance. You have to do bank statements and either a criminal background check if you're coming for more than a year. Housing, your class you're taking, because there's a difference between a 6 and a 12-month student visa, or up to 2 years. And nobody talks, and it's not too bad to get, but the process of getting all the paperwork and printing it out and translating it into Spanish and then just getting an appointment is actually really hard too. If you're already in Spain, you have to go in person and drop it off and have a consultation. And so everyone's like, oh, it's so easy, just get this visa and everything, and it's really not, and a lot of people don't talk about it. So I just wanted to quickly come on and just kind of discuss these things for anyone else if they're interested in moving or trying to get a visa here in Spain or something like that. Portugal definitely has easier visas too, but you have to apply from your home country, which is really different as well. So you have to do it before you move. You can't travel there and be like, I want to stay and get a visa. You'd have to go back to wherever you're from and then apply, but their visas are a lot easier to get as well. Most European countries also have student visas or some type of one. So if you wanted to study a language, is the most popular thing, take a language course, they're the least expensive, sign up for it and then get a visa that way, and then look for a job after. A lot of student visas will give you a visa after it's over for job seeking for a couple months, so that can extend your stay as well if you want to stay after taking courses or after the visa expires. So I hope this was helpful to anybody. If you have any more questions, you can look it up online or ask me here. I just know the basics of everything because I've been going through that process as well. I was really looking into the non-lucrative visa, but at the very end I learned it's the only visa in Spain you can't apply from Spain. So I'd have to apply from the US. So a large part of it is just doing your research and being more prepared. I kind of just up and moved on a whim because I knew I wanted to be here. I knew I didn't want to be in the US. I was over my job, love my friends, but I was just kind of over Chicago. So I kind of took a risk, and so I'm just figuring it out as I go. So I'm learning a lot of things, and it's definitely not the easiest, especially doing it on your own and figuring out even where to like go get copies of stuff and get pictures printed and the visa application printed, because it all needs to be hard copies. You don't email it in unless you pay for a lawyer. So also getting a lawyer would make these processes a lot easier, but of course it's going to cost you hundreds of dollars because they are allowed to submit stuff online, and they'll kind of help you out and tell you exactly what you need, where to get it, how to get it, you know, those kinds of things. So if you have a lawyer and you have the money for it, it'll definitely ease the process for you, but you're gonna pay for it. So you kind of have to weigh, do I want to just figure it out myself and save a couple $100 to $1,000, or do it yourself? Because you do have to pay an application fee as well. So every country's different, but this is just my experience from being in Spain and kind of working through this process by myself as well. And I hope that's helpful, and we'll continue on with some more information next. Bye.